The Separatist alliance would attempt to bring the Republic to its knees. But to do this, they needed the support of the people. But how did they do this? And what was the message of the CIS? Now, as we know, the CIS was all manufactured by Sidious as an effort to increase his power, and he used Dooku to do this. During the early days before the Confederacy was really founded, it was just Dooku and a small band of loyal followers. He made special appearances and speeches across different systems, particularly those across the Outer Rim. His speeches talked about how the Republic was corrupt and how it had become distant and no longer served the people. Now, as time went on, the Republic attempted to stop Dooku's speeches as they often initiated violence within the crowds. Over time, Dooku had to be more sporadic with his speeches and appearances as the Republic began to close in. His speeches and propaganda would be sent via HoloNet shadow feeds. These illegal holofeeds were spread around the HoloNet, and although the Republic attempted to shut them down and prohibit access to them, they began spreading more and more. Dooku's message of rebellion against this distant and oppressive republic particularly hit a chord amongst the young and intellectuals across the galaxy. Universities galaxy-wide listened to his speeches and even created groups dedicated to supporting his cause. These messages would become more and more common all the way up and throughout the Clone Wars. Now, Separatist propaganda was very different to the other types that we saw. It didn't have control of the HoloNet like the Republic, so much of its message was difficult to get across as the Republic went to extreme lengths to shut down any Separatist PR campaigns. As well as this, the CIS didn't have a high moral standing. They'd committed numerous atrocities throughout the war. There was a certain level of radicalism in the CIS's beliefs. CIS propaganda actually focused mostly on the Republic and everything wrong with it, its bureaucracy and its corruption, and how a portion of the galaxy lived in opulence at the cost of the rest. As well as this, it likely tried to dehumanize the clones a lot. Since their own army was made up of cold machines, if the clones were viewed as sentient, it would make them villainified. Ultimately, in my opinion, the CIS propaganda campaign would have been very difficult to create. They needed to focus on the Republic's flaws as opposed to their own. They represented themselves as for the people, for a free galaxy, without bureaucracy, all without drawing attention to the huge businesses and special interests that supported them. But what do you think of the CIS's propaganda campaign, and do you think it could have been improved? Thanks for watching. I do hope that you enjoyed this little lore video. If so, please remember to like, share and sub as it's really appreciated and it helps the channel grow. I also want to really quickly apologise for the scarcity of videos over the last 2 weeks. It's currently deadline season at uni, so I've got my hands full a bit at the moment. But I'm going to continue to try to get videos out as much as I can for you guys. Don't forget to follow me on Twitter at @TheLoreGuy for regular updates. But thanks again for watching. I really do hope that you enjoyed and learned something new, and I'll see you next time.